Welcome, everyone. It's Thursday nights. Thanks for sticking with us with some technical difficulties that popped up right away. But here we are. You got Just a Bit Outside radio show live, YouTube, Facebook. Share that link, share that love as always. And as always, you got Mark, you got Keisha. Keisha, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Mark? What's up, outsiders? Thursday night. You already know what it is. Just a bit outside. Ready to chop it up on the sports tip with y'all. Lots going on. Lots been going down. Man, what a weekend. What a weekend. What a weekend. And what a week also. We've had some pretty good days here in the 410. Some 80-degree days.
Yeah, I got up to 84 the other day. I was shocked.
Yeah, it felt so good. Felt so good. It's like, summertime is right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
All of those beer fests and crab fests that we know and love here in the 410. And it's right around the corner. I can start to smell the seasoning. All right, so first things first, what's going on around town? The mayor's been out there. He's been making appearances in regards to, the bridge. Everything is moving forward with that, right? Like they're starting up the repair. And I guess one of the new things now with the bridge is that they're going to rename the bridge, which is very interesting.
Has that been confirmed? Because I know there's like a kind of some ground support for that.
Yeah, I think it has been confirmed. The last I checked is that that they were seriously considering renaming the bridge. I mean, given its history.
Yeah.
Which is not great. I mean, we're not going to get into all that, but one could call it controversial, right?
Yeah.
One could call it, racist bridge.
Not the bridge, but the name behind it.
Right.
But,
I was saying let me thank you for cleaning that up for me, because I immediately regretted saying that as soon as it came out of my mouth. But regardless, like I said, the mayor's been out there. The president has been here, so the restructuring / rebranding, if you will, seems to be underway, and that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Good thing. And I believe one of the good things, when the bridge went down, we talked about all the lives that have been affected, like negatively, jobs, travel, logistics, the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
One of the positives with the rebuilding and the restructuring is that it will be bringing some jobs.
Yep.
To the city, right? And that, is, anytime that you are adding jobs and paying people, that's a positive economic impact for the city. So, that's one of the, I guess, silver linings, if you will.
Yeah. And I know that they've been trying to keep the dock workers working, and that's going to go down as less ships are able to get here.
Right.
But for anyone in the DMV with a CDL license, I saw the other day that they're paying drivers like $1,500 a day for the stuff that's stuck in Baltimore that can't get out on ship to drive it down to Norfolk, Virginia. $1,500 a day. If I had a CDL, I'd be out there. So
Norfolk. I think that's what 4-hour drive.
Something like that. Yeah.
5-hour drive. It's between 4 and 5. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I mean, $1,500, for a good 8-9 hours worth of work. I mean, hey, like you said, man.
And I imagine they'll have a haul to bring back, so you might get double that.
Yeah, like a bonus or something like that. Yeah, that's definitely a good look. So anybody that's like Mark said, you got your CDLs, you got a driver, you do that type of work. You might want to jump on the Google, check that out, because sounds like an excellent opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All right, since we talk about excellent opportunities and great moves, we might as well just jump on into it with Birdland, with the Baltimore Orioles. We are still, we're rolling. We're rolling through the first portion of the first half of the season,
Yeah.
right? We are, what are we? Gosh,
12 and
I want to
6.
12-6. Yes,
Yep.
thank you so much, my man. Second place in that beloved AL East, and believe it or not, look out. We are a half a game out from the New York Yankees. We're in first place, and yeah, I mean the Orioles have been doing really good. We just closed out our first sweep of the season. Well, no. Excuse me. I am sorry. Let me back that up. Second sweep of the season, right? First sweep is against Boston,
Yep.
which was excuse me. Boston was, I guess, yeah, it was like last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boston was last week, and we did that, up there, and so that was the first week, and then we come home and we take a series away from the Minnesota Twins. I was out there on Monday, which was Jackie Robinson Day, which is revered throughout the league. Typical celebration. Well, I shouldn't say typical. Let me say traditional celebration for one of baseball's greats, and in African American history, like Jackie Robinson's a big deal. First Negro player, black player to play in the major leagues. He paved the way for a lot of those greats that we know and love today. All of the players out there, they wear the number 42, which is his number, and I believe no one's allowed to wear that number anywhere, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm pretty sure of it as well. And like I said, I was out there. Always got a big win that day, 7-4. Greg Kimbrell got another save. He's been doing fantastic. But Mark, the last time we spoke, it's so funny. But the last time we did our show, we were talking about one of the Orioles' biggest prospects, right?
Yep.
Jackson Holiday. And, we had this, we had a little discussion. We had a little discussion with you guys about, there was of course, there was the demand by the fans that he be called up. Mark and I discussed it a little bit on the last show. I had my reservations. Mark, you had some reservations too, right?
Yeah, mostly because, like, contract status and everything, that the Orioles want to minimize getting that year of service so they can have another year of contract control. So I figured it'd be like mid to late May that he'd be called up.
Yeah, and me personally, I thought that he'd get a little more time down there in the minors before he got called up. But I feel like it was like a day or two after the show that they called him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember, reaching out. We reached out to each other. We talked offline. We both were kind of surprised, right?
Yeah.
And so he has been playing for about, I would say about a week and a half. It's got to be like 10 days now.
Yeah, he's got 7 games under his belt, I believe.
Yeah. So I feel like we've got a pretty good sample set. He not a particularly hot start like we would hope for. I'm trying. It's so crazy, but I think by him being like 20 years old, it's just like you just have this. Oh, I have this thing to like coddle him. I don't want to like rip all into him,
He's got kind of a baby face too,
I know, it's so horrible from top to bottom. I'm like, this kid has got a wife and stuff. Like, Jesus, we're grown up than I am. But anyway, Yeah. So it's just really hard. But okay, in fact, here it is, you guys. He has not been good at all. Okay, it's been um cringeworthy. Would you say that? Would you say cringeworthy?
Honestly,
I'm gonna say it.
I couldn't really say simply because Masson still didn't have a streaming deal, so all I catch are highlights. But
Yeah,
in stats,
yeah.
which stats he's not looking particularly good.
No, he's like 1 for 25.
One for
I
twenty
got it
five.
for you. Batting 0.040. So
I
it's
I have a question for you. How
yes,
is he 1 for 25? He's
yeah,
got one ball on base, but
yeah.
somehow he's got 4 runs.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what, man? I was just going off to Jana about this. I'm in the same boat as you. Other than the 3 games that I have gone to, and I think he only played in one of those,
Yeah.
I have not been able to watch the Orioles. Now this is the crazy ass kicker of it all. Okay, check this shit out. Now, this year, Mark, I have stepped up my fandom in all of my home team sports things. So, I am a Birdland. I'm an orange level Birdland member this year, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, I buy the package, I get the tickets and everything like that. They send me an email. Oh, because for becoming a Birdland member, we got a special gift for you. We're gonna give you MLB TV in all of the baseball games. I can watch all the baseball games, any team my heart desires, except for who?
Except for the Orioles
And the freaking Nationals, but screw them.
and the
We don't care
Nationals.
about.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. It's both. I can watch neither one of them. So the irony in that is just so overwhelming. I don't know, but I was talking to Jana about that. How seriously messed up that is.
And
That you can't even get to watch your own baseball team. I mean, it's nuts.
it's even worse because MLB TV has a game of the day or whatever, and
Yeah,
Holiday's first game was their game of the day,
been
and even
watching.
with that designation, we couldn't get it.
Yep, been watching.
Yeah.
But back to Jackson Holiday. So, subpar to say the very least. We're still using kid gloves when we're talking here. I don't know why.
Hey, I've got no problem with it. Adley
Okay,
Rutschman had
thank you.
a really slow start as well, so you know,
Well, which one of them was it? Which one was it? Alec Rushman or was it Gunner who had like a home run the first at bat or something like that? One of them did.
that might have been Gunner. Oh, I don't know. But I know, actually, it might have been Adley. But I remember, like, after a week or so, his numbers were really bad. So I've got hope for young Mister Holiday here. I think, like, if he's in there for a month, 2 months, and these numbers aren't looking any up, then maybe
Take them back down.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I have
I'm
no
with
worries.
you.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm gonna give the guy. I'm gonna give the little guy some more some more of the proverbial rope, quote
yeah,
unquote rope.
exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. You said it. I can't add anything else to it. You said it perfectly. You said it perfectly. Um. So, one thing I will say: all those people that were screaming and hollering for him to come out, they have pulled one of those Homer Simpson fading into the bushes deals. We both endured a lot of that social media presence about getting them out there, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So now all those people are hiding, and but hopefully he'll snap out of it. I mean, every player goes through it in their first season. Might
Yeah,
not be at the beginning, might not. It might be at the end of the season. I mean, it's the inevitable,
yep,
folks, right? So
absolutely.
keep swinging, Jackson. I think I can say that for me and Mark, right? Just keep
Yeah,
swinging, man.
Exactly.
He's like, I mean, it's not like the highlights of stuff that I have seen. He has been trying to hit the ball though.
Yeah, he's just got to find that swing. Once he gets used to the MLB
Yeah,
pitching.
yeah, he's got hella strikeouts too. I think he's got like I don't know 9 or 10 strikeouts.
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, he's really trying. Hopefully, he doesn't like try too hard because you can also fall into that strikeout pit of despair. Also, so you know,
what was his name? Chris Davis.
yeah, right. So hopefully, they're working with him, keep his confidence up, and just working for from a psychological, standpoint that
Yeah,
his mind is in the right place. And of course, every time he comes out there, the fans have been showing him the love. So, he'll definitely feel the magic while he's at home at the very least.
yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So, like I said, earlier, the Orioles are a half game out of the Yankees. We have two, to me, I feel like particularly easy series ahead of us. The Orioles are going on the road to see familiar foes, Kansas City Royals and the Los Angeles Angels. We are very familiar with them both. We started off our season playing them, right? And we took both of those series consecutively. So, I'm expecting the same thing.
Yeah.
Coming around here, when we look at the team that's currently in first place, the New York Yankees have, I would, they've got I would say a fairly similar road ahead of them as well. First series against the Tampa Bay Rays, they haven't been fantastic, but they haven't been horrible either. They're dealing with a lot of personnel issues down there, a lot of changes from last season. They also the New York Yankees follow up the series with Tampa Bay with a series with Oakland. I would not be surprised if they sweep that series. Oakland, they don't even know who they are right now. They don't know where they're playing. They don't know if they should call themselves Oakland, Las Vegas, or what is it, Sacramento? It's a cluster. It's a cluster F of a situation over there.
They're just gonna be the homeless athletics pretty soon.
Oh gosh, that's actually a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. So I am. I spoke a lot about the shift. The Yankees come to town at the end of the month.
Okay.
All right. We start a 4-game series with them on the 29th, and I think that's when the Orioles will start to take over. We always play great against the Yankees. For some crazy reason, Aaron Judge does not do super fantastic against us. We've held him down in previous seasons. I'm looking for that to continue. And I think, that series, I got it circled. It's going to be a very interesting series because, that will definitely let us know who the kings of the AL East are after that series, I feel like.
Yeah, one thing I don't like about that series is it comes right after New York plays the Brewers,
Yeah.
which we're a little bit familiar with.
Yes. Yes.
We just lost a series to them, and
Yes.
Brewers are playing good. If they're still playing good against the Yankees, and maybe take that series, the Yankees might be a little angry and take it out on us.
That's a possibility, and I was actually kind of surprised with the play of the Milwaukee Brewers. I tip my hat to them because they played us extremely well. I mean, they handed us our first losing series.
Yeah.
Right. And like you said, Mark, I mean, they have been playing particularly well, and who knows? I mean, that might actually that might play out. Like you said, Mark, we might be facing some stanky Yankees with a stanky attitude.
Plus, it's a 4-game series, and we all hate those.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if that thing ends up 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to torture us that much more. But yeah, so good things with the Orioles. Good things, good things. And like I said, these next two series, these are like gimmies. Just get out there, swing the bats like you've been doing, and the pitching is going to hold it down. We're going to walk away on the road with two more series in our back pocket. So, I'm looking for good things from the Orioles.
Definitely.
Okay. What do I have up next on the menu? Oh, yeah. So, geez, how can I forget? Mark, we were talking about Jackie Robinson Day. I was at the baseball game. Also going down on Jackie Robinson Day was WNBA Draft, right? Which, if you are a fan of the WNBA, if you're a fan of women's sports, you know that this particular draft class will go down in WNBA history. In my opinion, is one of the best, one of the greatest. Yeah. I mean, there was so much talent in there, and I'm talking about even going outside of the top 10, which was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and like this draft class and this draft was so important to me. I made sure that my phone was completely charged up, and I had it playing on my phone as we were watching watching the baseball game. Like,
really?
I was updating the people around me as the damn game was going on.
No
yeah,
way.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
It kind of sucked because for some reason I could only get the Spanish version, so I really couldn't understand much of what they were saying outside of the players' names. But I was able to follow along, and I just want to take a few minutes to talk about, like I said, one hellified draft class, and this season 2024.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
It was an amazing class. Yeah.
Yeah. So we all know that Caitlin Clark went number 1, went to the Indiana Fever. We all knew that. And I was talking at the game, right, in particular about the Indiana Fever. At this point in time, by now, I feel like they should have a pretty decent squad.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to remember at the game, but I couldn't remember. But I'm going to ask you: didn't they have a couple of top 5 draft picks last season?
I have no idea. I can't remember, honestly.
I'm going to have to look that up. But I feel like 2023 they had some pretty high draft picks as well, and with the addition of Caitlin Clark, they're going to be good to go. They should finally be good to go.
They had picks number 1, 7, and 8 in 2023.
I knew it. I said it at the game. I was like, dude, I feel like I remember talking about this with my co-host. Like, how the hell did they finagle 3 picks in the top 10 and then turn around this year and then get the greatest? Go ahead.
1 and 7. I'm sorry. I misread 8.
Okay, 1 and 7. But even still, like, I don't know how they were able to do that. But, at this point right now, everything should be coming together, I feel like. Caitlin Clark has got to be the last piece to a bomb-ass team, for real. And we should see the success. We should see more success from the Indiana Fever this season.
Oh, yeah.
I really feel like it. We know that... Okay, another thing that the social media and everybody, and including myself, was going off about, Chicago Sky made out right. Like, I mean, it was like how the hell did they manage that? How do you manage, with the 3rd pick and the 7th pick of the draft to get Camila Cardoso from South Carolina and Angel Reese from LSU? Now, it is particularly difficult to play against one of them on the court, but to potentially have them both on the court at the same time, it's giving me Minnesota Timberwolves vibes. You know what I'm saying? With Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert.
Ooh, wow.
But a
That's a
better
good.
duo, huh?
That's a good comparison. Wow.
But even better, you know.
Yeah.
But to me, even better because I feel like both of them are more talented than Gobert.
It is.
You can come and get me if you want to. I'll stand. I'll stand on that.
Well,
Stand on it.
you got feelings towards Mr. Gobert.
Yeah,
um,
he's my favorite asshole.
is it out of line to say? Well, I don't care. I'll be out of line. The Sky won the draft. Like
They did. They absolutely did. I mean, I could not ever. When I announced that to the people around me, everybody had the nasty face. Like, everybody knew what was coming, and just the disgust that the rest of the WNBA let this happen.
yeah.
I have to be honest with you. When the Washington Mystics had the number 6 pick, and I'm sitting out at the game like, yo, oh my God, the Mystics are going to pick up Angel Reese, and they did not. They went with Leo Edwards from
UConn.
from Connecticut, and I was just like, holy hell. And I knew that the Chicago Sky had the very next pick, but it just did not dawn on me that they would go for this combo. But I have to tip my hat off to them. It is absolutely, it's great. It's great, and the Chicago Sky, they had their running along like they had their bit of excellence with Candace Parker there, and it looks like they're trying to get back there, and they will get back there, especially with this combo.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I want to back up and talk about the Mystics. Selecting Leah Edwards, power forward. Like I said, from UConn, in the draft, I like that pickup. I like that pickup as well. This is a player that can score and get you hella rebounds. We know that the Washington Mystics are kind of like I don't want to say like in a transitional period, but they let a lot of players go. Right?
Yeah.
You let Natasha Cloud go. The health and status of Della Dawn is kind of like in the air for real. She's gonna play, but there's it's been a while since she has played a complete season. So, this particular pickup, I like it because you want somebody that can, not only score but go in there, well, not only grab rebounds but can score as well to kind of fill in those gaps, right? So, I really like that pickup in the first round for the Mystics.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Also, speaking of the Mystics, I believe that they have a venue change. They are now back at the Capital One Arena, which I am happy to hear.
Really?
Yeah, I think I heard that today. I hope I got that right. A couple of my homegirls. There's a May 14th game. I don't know who's playing, but I'm going to be going to watch the Mystics play at the Capital One Arena. So, hopefully that's like a permanent thing. I feel like, what's that?
It looks like it's just going to be that first game against the Indiana Fever.
Really?
That's the headline I'm seeing right now. Washington Mystics move game against Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark to Capital One.
Oh man, I was hoping that was permanent, man. Well, I guess they figured they're going to try to squeeze every down they can get out the people, right? So they give a bigger venue for Caitlin.
Yeah.
And those ticket prices are insane, too, as a matter of fact.
That's what a lot of colleges were doing, too. We're moving their games to bigger venues because Caitlin Clark draws crowds.
Yeah. Damn, man. I'm hoping that was like a permanent thing. Well, it is what it is. Supply and demand at its finest.
Yep.
So, yeah. The WNBA season will be kicking off very soon. So, we're looking forward to all of that fun. It was a very exciting season last season, one of their most successful. And The great thing about this particular draft class, it is going to bring a ton of fans
Yeah.
to the WNBA. So that means growth. So it's a good look all around, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Um, uh, Caitlin Clark goes number one.
Yeah.
The WNBA season kicks off May 3rd, and it goes pretty much up until the NBA season in October.
Yes. Yes.
But we also know that there very much talked about was a contract offer for a particular summer league for the Big Three with Caitlin Clark, $5 million.
Yes.
And not to mention also the Summer Olympics, which everyone's going to take a little bit of time off for that too. Do you think Caitlin can try to get to that Big Three money, or stick with the WNBA?
I know she sure love to. And I gotta shout out Ice Cube, man. He's a freaking genius.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what's funny is as rumors of that came out, I was watching Pat McAfee's show,
yeah.
and what's her name, Kelsey Plum was on there, and they brought it up to her, and she kind of insinuated that Caitlyn was not the only female that had been approached by the Big Three.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. And back to what I was gonna say, I'm sure she would love to, but I don't know. There's something. I feel like the powers that be might not allow that to happen.
Yeah.
Because well, for one, right now, and this is the fact. I mean, I'm not being crazy when I say that. She is the face. She is now the face of the WNBA.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
she is their premier product. Okay. Second thing, she has a patriotic duty. I mean, if this whole thing with the Olympics shit goes down, she's gonna feel that she's a patriotic duty to play for that. So with all of that, I feel as though that the Big Three will probably take a back door to all of that. You know what I mean? That $5 million though. I know she's looking at that with the hellified side eye, considering that she's only getting like $333,000 over the next 4 years.
Yeah, and we've talked about the money that these WNBA players make.
Yeah,
they're traveling to Lithuania and Russia.
Yeah. Right,
to play.
right. I'm pretty sure that was part of his pitch too. Like, you never had to travel. You saw what happened to Brittany Griner. Like, that is not funny, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's like, you don't vape, do you?
Right. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see it, and just because I just love Ice Cube as a businessman, and I love that he really was the very essence of shooting his shot, right? When came with the whole bag.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was great. That was great. And if at the end of the day, at least you got people talking about your league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day. So, yeah, lots of good things coming down the pipe for the WNBA. Looking forward to an exciting season. Love this draft class. Everybody mark all of these women down because we're going to be talking about them for years to come. Okay, let's talk about the men in the NBA. Boy, we are in the thick of it. And the play-in games went down. What's that? Tuesday, Wednesday. We took tonight off. They pick up again tomorrow. So what Mark and I are going to give you is our picks for tomorrow's NBA play-in games. Let's see here. Let me go. All right. First game. It was an intriguing matchup till one of the marquee players got injured. It was going to be great. We got Chicago Bulls on the road to play the Miami Heat for the final 8th spot in the East. Miami was in a battle. What was that, last night?
Yeah.
And with the Atlanta Hawks, they beat the brakes off of them, but they also lost Jimmy Butler in the process. So I don't know who the Miami Heat is without playoff Jimmy, to be completely honest with you. And the Chicago Bulls. They played very well in their first game. DeMar DeRozan went the hell off, and they are looking like they are in position to move into that number 8 spot. Mark, do you believe the Miami Heat have a chance in hell at beating the Chicago Bulls tomorrow night?
No.
Yeah, I have to say there's really not much to debate here.
Yeah.
you know, it's yeah, you got scores, but the only other option for the quote unquote the man, like the man, is Tyler Hero, and that is not going to be enough. It's not.
Yeah. I mean, good luck to the Heat. They're
Yeah.
they're always
Yeah.
a spoiler. They're always a team that looks to
Yeah.
go
Not
deep in the
this year,
playoffs. But
goddammit.
yeah,
Not this year. Their window of opportunity. We talk about this all the time. Everything moves in cycles and everything like that. Their window of opportunity has closed.
yep.
Yeah, so that's that. I don't think we need to say anything else about that, do we?
Nah.
Nope. All right, most intriguing matchup of the night for me will be this Sacramento New Orleans team. These two teams, I think, are pretty evenly matched. They're both very young. They both have the potential to get out there and score some buckets. And, I think this is going to be a great game. As of right now, I believe Sacramento are 1.5-point favorites over the New Orleans Pelicans. Mark, who do you like in this matchup?
I like the Pelicans. I think I was actually shocked that they're a playing team. They seem to play better than being a playing. I mean, they're still in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong.
Correct.
But yeah, I thought the Pelicans could have done better throughout the regular season and should have been higher up. And uh, they are where they are for a reason. But I like them for this game.
Yeah, the New Orleans Pelicans have had their share of drama, right? They went with Alabama Ingram for a bit of time.
Yeah.
The ups and downs with Zion, and as far as like weight issues and all of those things like that.
Which he finally seemed to get under control.
Yeah, and he's looking fantastic, and he's playing fantastic. So as I was about to say, so now the band's all together,
Yeah.
right? And we're finally getting to see what the good folks down in New Orleans what their vision was when they put the team together.
Yeah.
Right, and like Mark said, they've been playing pretty decent. It's going to be one hellified clash. We all know what the Sacramento Kings can bring to the table, right? They beat the brakes off of the Golden State Warriors, made them look very human and very old. Okay? Yeah, I'm serious. I mean, you laughing, but I'm serious.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly. This is a 50-50 toss-up, and you know what my rule is with the 50-50 toss-up, right? Generally, I go with the home team.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's just something in me. I am still a believer in the De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis connection.
Okay.
And I think the big thing about this particular matchup, or the deciding factor, is the depth of the Sacramento Kings. The others are all playing extremely well. When you talk about the New Orleans Pelicans, we know what Zion can bring defensively, but sometimes offensively. And case in point, with the last two games that they played, both against the Los Angeles Lakers, the first game that they played, which was the last game of the regular season, he struggled offensively pretty much the entire game up until the fourth quarter. The playing game, we saw a different Zion, one that scored throughout the game. Okay, we know that C.J. McCollum, he's going to bring a little bit. We don't really know about Brandon Ingram just yet because he's been out. He just came back like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
So he's still getting acclimated. They've actually gotten used to playing without him because he was gone for a big chunk of time. Meanwhile, you look at the Sacramento Kings, right? And you got guys like what's my man's name? Keegan Murray, is that his name? That'll shoot your lights out. Okay, Keegan Murray. The last regular season game, he dropped 32 points. Sorry, I kind of lost my screen here. Okay, I got it back up. Sorry, yeah. So Keegan Murray, he's really done well. Alex Lynn and some of the other guys have really stepped up and really played for the Sacramento Kings to back up Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox. And I think, like I said, ultimately that'll be the deciding factor between the two teams.
I mean, whoever wins, they're going to get murdered by Oklahoma City anyway.
Yeah. I'm still fighting to believe that they have the best record in the NBA.
Right?
Man, and when you talk about the changing of the guards, and I was talking about making teams look old, this is symbolic of it all, right? This is one of the youngest teams in the NBA. Just basically manhandling the NBA and putting everybody on notice. And they're seriously, they're a bunch of kids. Do you see this dog barking thing that they've been doing?
Yeah.
It's hilarious and completely juvenile. I'm here for it. They're having a good time. I am. There's this. I saw this one clip. I think it was last week that they made the guy that was doing like the post game interview on the court. You know how they do the post game interview.
Yeah.
They made the poor man bark, and he was just having a good time with it. They were all having a good time, and. What makes it so crazy with this particular team, you got one star. We all know about SGA, right? But even with SGA being a star, they're an amazing blue-collar team.
Oh, yeah.
And they come and they love to be dogs and they go out there and they get the job done with very little experience working on their side. So, it's going to be great. So, all right. So we're on opposite ends of the ball for Sacramento and New Orleans. Mark says go with the NO. I say go with Sacramento. It's all good. Once this is all said and done, we'll be ready for the official playoffs. I'm really looking forward to that. Before we head out tonight, since we're talking about the NBA and the playoffs, I want to ask you, Mark, as well as our outsiders, which team, and this is for each conference, so for the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, which team do you think is the most dangerous? Mark, I'd like to start with you in the Eastern Conference. Which team is it in the Eastern Conference that you feel as though the rest of the teams do not want to see in the playoffs this season?
If you'd asked me this 2 days ago, the easy answer would have been the Heat. But,
yeah, that's a good one.
Damn Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that honestly, I think Jimmy Butler and the Heat being taken out of it, they're not out yet, but that's what we're expecting.
Yeah, right.
Uh, it really opens up the field for who could that spoiler be. But if I had to go with one team, I think probably the Bucks. Like,
Really?
yeah, they're. I think they didn't perform to their expectations. They've had a lot of drama,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I think that they're ready to get over it and get past it and show that they have what they can do on the court. They finished what 49-33.
Mhm.
Probably expected a better record than that. I mean, they've
Mhm.
been at the top of of the NBA the last few years,
Mhm.
and yeah, I think everyone's expecting the Bucks to do decent, but
Okay.
I think we could see them make a good run.
Okay. I'm going to go a little bit different. I am actually taking a look at encircling the number 7 seed Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
Um, that to me, uh, team that you don't want to see. Um, you know, it can't be a top 3 team. I mean, when we say this, when we talk about this category, it's got to be a team that no one is expecting to whip ass, basically.
Okay.
And then when they start to, maybe when they get that first or 2 ass whippings, and it's just like holy crap, maybe, you know, you start to scare the league a little bit in the
Yeah.
postseason. And with Joel Embiid coming back, um, is pretty significant. Pretty significant. And the last couple of games that they played, they're looking good. They're looking to get back in there. Kelly Oubre is balling. We talk about Jimmy Butler injury. There's a lot of people out there that would thank Kelly Oubre for that. Um, Not Jimmy Butler, but yeah. um, but they're looking good to me. They're looking poised to make a deep run. And when you're ranked at number 7, yeah, you definitely might have some teams out there that aren't taking you seriously right now. But once things get going, they will. So I'm looking for the Philadelphia 76ers to be that team.
Okay.
All right, let's flip it over to the West Side, which is to me is it's more interesting, more intriguing conference this year. Uh, who which team is the one that everybody's going to be like, man, we don't want to see these guys. These guys are some dogs. What team would that be for you in the West, Mark?
Is it a cheat to say the Lakers? I
No, it's not.
mean,
They fit the criteria.
yeah, they're
Sure.
seventh seed, but
Yeah.
we all see how LeBron does in the playoffs, so it feels almost like a cheat just saying it.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
that's a good, respectable answer. I do like that. I do like that. It's so crazy. Like I didn't even consider them to be that, but I should have, considering the rankings. Because it's just like you said, with it being a cheat, it's almost understood that they're going to come out there and get the damn thing done. Uh, but I'm going to go just a bit outside of Mark's answer, and my team is the Dallas Mavericks.
oh, sorry. No, I like them. Just that last game, they probably still traumatized over.
Yeah, yeah. But I really like the pickup of Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. I feel like those were some really key grabs for them that give them some length in a more defensive presence, and they've actually been playing really well together. They've been gelling, and this could be a team that could plant their flag in the postseason, man. I mean, we've all been saying, what is Kyrie and Luka going to do? Now we're in the second time around. We got the camaraderie, we got the chemistry. I'm very intrigued to see what they're going to do in this playoffs, and I do think that they have the potential to be a serious threat when coming for that Western Conference championship. Absolutely, I stand on that, firm on that one.
Okay, yeah, I like the pick. I mean, and did they finish like last year?
Yeah.
If they weren't last, they were towards the bottom. So yeah,
right.
Great rebound for them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. I think we checked everything off on the menu. Is there any real on wrestling? I mean, I know we just came off of WrestleMania and everything, but is anything new popping in the wrestling realm?
AEW has their Dynasty pay-per-view this Sunday, I believe.
Okay.
AEW always has great matches, just very little on the story, but looking forward to that. And something that actually I opined about last show was WrestleMania and March Madness seeming to always be on the same weekend. And Nick Khan, actually, the president of WWE, addressed that during a television conference or something like that this week. And they have not announced the location for WrestleMania 41 or the dates, but he did say that next year and going forward that they're going to make sure that they do not line up on that same weekend. They want to maximize their viewers just like everyone else does.
Right on.
So I'm very looking forward to that March Madness and WrestleMania don't have to compete for attention, because my devices were all drained this weekend from having one on the TV, one on the phone, and keeping up on the tablet. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. Just make sure I just want to go over my list, make sure I didn't forget anything. I think that'll be it for tonight. Is that all for you, big homie?
That's it.
Okay, well, Baltimore, you know how we end this show. Spread love, yo. Wash your hands, wash your ass, give hugs this weekend. Spread love. Thank you for tuning in tonight and for coming back. Keep coming back. Listen to me and my man Mark. We love y'all for it, man, and we love to do this. I'm Keisha, and on the other end of this line is my favorite slice of pizza, Mark, and we are just a bit outside. Peace. Everybody have a great weekend.